Paris Hilton has been around for some time, being the great-granddaughter of Conrad Hilton, who started the Hilton Hotel chain. To no surprise, she grew up among other socialites like Kim Kardashian, who was her former assistant, and Nicole Richie.
Of course, Paris would also rise to fame after starring as herself in The Simple Life alongside Nicole Richie, and for her infamous tape appropriately titled One Night in Paris. To this day, the title of that tape still makes me laugh, and for good reason.
However, quite recently, Paris released a documentary about her life and opened up about her past, which gave fans of the entrepreneur a look into her life like we've never seen before.
It seems the doc was made to redefine her brand as Paris Hilton, but a lot of information was shared about the former reality star that got the people talking. And today on InformOverload, we're counting down the top 10 Paris Hilton facts you didn't know.
Welcome back to InformOverload. I'm your host, Bree Room.
And I'm your other host, Jared Bronstein. Be sure to click that playlist button if you'd like to catch some similar videos. Somewhere here. It's like you just...
It's over there somewhere. And stick around until the end for some bonus content, but for now, let's get into things.
At number 10, she's got size 11 feet. Not that there's anything wrong with having large feet, and it's also important to remember that a woman's foot size isn't equivalent to a male's. Still, with that being said, a size 11 woman's shoe is size 9 men's, which means her feet aren't much smaller than mine. In her 2006 autobiography, she explained, I quote, "Okay, I admit it, I desperately hate one thing about my body, I have size 11 feet. It sucks because I see all these super cute shoes in stores, Gucci's, YSL's, Manilows, and when they're brought out in my size, they look like clown shoes on me. I can't wear flats because my feet are too long. At least high heels shrink how long my feet look. But forget ever seeing me in ballet slippers or tennis shoes, I'd look like I was wearing canoes." She has her own footwear line, and to no surprise, no flats.
At number 9, she has 42 stores worldwide. Paris may have a rocky reputation, but she's still an incredible businesswoman. She has 42 stores around the world that carry her merchandise, from shoes to perfume to handbags and more. Paris is making a killing from the things she sells worldwide. It is estimated that she makes over $10 million annually from her stores. Her 42nd store was opened in Saudi Arabia in late 2012, and this opening ended up ruffling quite a few feathers because of its location. The store was opened in the holy city of Mecca, and a lot of people thought that she went too far by opening the luxury store in the sacred city. It seems like officials there made an exception for Hilton to have her store there, and she's still raking in the dough, but did it go too far? I don't know.
Moving on to number 8, she legally trademarked "That's hot." If you grew up watching The Simple Life or you just remember the early 2000s, then you likely remember every other word that came from Paris's mouth was "That's hot." It really added to the brand of Paris being a ditzy blonde, and to no surprise, she knew there was a huge business opportunity in the phrase itself, so she got it trademarked. Although it's not nearly as popular of a term as it was in the mid-2000s, I'm sure she's still profiting off of it as the trademark is used for anything she's involved in, including her clothing line and alcohol. Which, it's pretty hot.
Coming in at number 7, she played a character on The Rich Life. Paris is pretty well known for her baby voice and her signature phrase, "That's hot," but what a lot of people may not know is that this was actually a completely fabricated character that Paris made up for the show. Paris says that this baby voice persona started when she was really young and would beg her dad for things like pets or other things that she would beg for. She said that this voice even worked on her boyfriends when they would argue. The baby voice character was supposed to be cute and innocent and seemed to have worked on The Rich Life. Paris revealed that when she developed a voice for the show, she told herself that she should do it all the time. This became her signature thing, her brand, and her identity. It's only recently with the release of her YouTube documentary about her life that we come to see that this persona really hid the true Paris, so it's nice to see her come out of her Britney-esque shadow.
Now at number 6, she makes $1 million a night as a DJ. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, I'm about to tell you. Paris Hilton is a DJ, and quite a successful one at that. It seems people either know all about her music career or don't, the same way people either know Shaq is also a DJ or simply have no clue what I'm talking about. Look it up, it's crazy. Going back to Paris, in a 2017 interview with W Magazine, the publication claimed that sources reported Paris is making about $347,000 an hour, or just around $1 million for a 3-hour set. 3 years later, it's unclear if her price has gone up, down, or remained the same. But given that she is once again making headlines, and is really pushing to rebrand herself, I feel her stock has only gone up. So maybe it's like 1.5 million for an Ibiza, who knows.
Halfway through at number 5, New York Times best-selling author. Back in 2004, Paris released a book called Confessions of an Heiress, a tongue-in-cheek peek behind the pose, just shortly after founding Heiress Records as yet another business venture. The book was co-written by Merle Ginsberg. The novel gave fans an inside look on Paris's life and gives readers advice on life as an heiress, as if her fans were also heiresses or something, I don't know. There were a lot of people who kind of crapped on the book. One pretty harsh review from back when the book was initially released reads, quote, "Confessions of an Heiress is a sad excuse for a book and is more of a professionally crafted scrapbook covered in photos of the star doing what she does best. Nothing." Harsh. Though the book was initially given some poor reviews, it eventually ended up on the New York Times bestseller list and ranked at number 7. A lot of people didn't take the book too seriously as it didn't really reveal much about the celebutante and instead advised her fans to wear tiaras and act ditzy. The underlying message of the book was basically just to have fun and laugh at yourself sometimes, which is a heartwarming message but does not match at all with the book's title as there was really no confessions.
At number 4, we got a fashion line for dogs. I knew that the dog fashion industry was big, as they sell winter jackets, rain boots, Halloween costumes, and who knows what else. It's always been a known thing that rich people always get dogs and dress them up, put them in their little Louis V bags. I don't know why, but it was always a thing. I'm not even rich, and I did it with my dog in the winter because, you know, it gets cold in Canada. He's got very short fur. Anyways, guys, it's not as fashionable as he could be. Say if he was wearing Paris Hilton Pet. I know, it's a very original name for her line, it's crazy. Interestingly enough, the products appear to only be sold in South Korea, and when converted to American, she's selling a black and silver metallic striped sweater for $45, a red frilly dress with cartoon eyes in the back for $82, and a pink dress with lace bow for $65. So, seems legit.
At number 3, she won an award for acting in House of Wax. In 2005, director Wamkalit Sarah, if that's how you say your name, I'm sorry if I butchered it, decided to revive the 1953 horror film House of Wax, and in doing so decided to cast Paris Hilton as one of the unlucky characters who were destined to be killed off in the film's plot. Paris was killed off in the film around the 1 hour mark, so she made it about halfway through the movie, but unfortunately was still offed. However, this untimely on-screen death sort of paid off for the heiress. Upon the film's release, people seemed to have really enjoyed her performance, and she was nominated for a few film awards as a result. And good news for her, she actually won. She won the award for Best Scream at the Teen Choice Awards and Best Frightened Performance at the 2006 MTV Movie Awards. I guess her Paris persona isn't the only character that she's good at playing.
At number 2, she signed to Cash Money Records. Going back to her music career, Paris is really taking things seriously as she signed with the record label back in 2013. The label, which is helmed by Brian Williams, better known as Birdman, is responsible for putting on superstars in Drake, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, and a handful of others. The popular hip-hop label decided to sign Paris after Birdman referred to their relationship as friends first and cited how she always supported them. He went on to explain, I quote, "She played us music and I was taken aback. I was impressed by her music and I didn't know she could sing so well." When asked about the criticism the label received for signing her, Birdman explained, "Controversy and all of that, it works for your benefit." Referring to the deal, he said, "It's being so talked about shows the strength of her popularity. I'm very excited. I'm very appreciative that she's part of the team. She's very talented and a beautiful young woman." So maybe we'll see like a Paris, Drake, Wheezy collab. Maybe throw some Bedrock Part 2 featuring Paris Hilton. I love it. I want it. I'm here for it. I want it. I need it.
And in our number 1 spot, she doesn't wear the same clothes twice. Raise your hand if you only wear your clothes once. Crickets? That's what I thought. Paris Hilton is so rich that she can afford the luxury of only wearing an article of clothing once. In a 2010 interview with the heiress, she revealed that yes, she only wears her clothes once unless it's a quote, "cool pair of jeans or leather jacket." What? Paris also said that she has so many clothes in her wardrobe that there are so many that still have the tags on, and that if she's done wearing something or donates it to a charity to be sold at auction. On top of that, you know that she wears all designer clothing, so her clothes are already so expensive, and then she just gives them away? Paris, share your Gucci with me, please. Also, she didn't mention anything about shoes, so is this a gray area? Does she reuse the shoes, or do they get chucked too? I don't know.
So Paris Hilton. What an interesting woman.
Very, very interesting.
I think it's kind of crazy that she's a DJ and then she's music career and then she's got the fashion line.
She's doing everything. She's got her hands in every industry imaginable, and if it's not an industry yet, she'll make it one.
I was literally reading how she like made influencers a thing.
Exactly. She's the godmother of
like,
influencers.
People don't talk about this enough. She made the selfie.
Yes. First, let me take a selfie. That was her.
Like she did it all. She's the queen of it all.
Tana Mojo has her career to thank.
Tana Mojo's, this generation's Paris is probably Tana.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never thought about that.
She's the descendant of Paris Hilton.
Wild. Wow. Great discovery. All right, guys. Well, for now, we're gonna apply to some of your comments from the video. Torres claims to be cursed after stealing this. Corey with a Y, no E said, "That's why you don't steal." Yeah, I don't steal.
Just don't steal.
It's bad. Stealing's bad. Why?
It's a felony, guys. Don't steal.
Come on now. Then again, I think in certain states, I think smoking pot's also a felony. But I'm not comparing one to the other, guys. Just don't break the law.
Be good. Be a good person.
And just stealing in general is just like a bad thing to do. Just, you know, don't.
You stole that water bottle from the bar mitzvah.
Yeah, and you know what? It's true. It's true. I stole a water bottle from a bar mitzvah, and you know what? Whenever I drank it, it spilled all over me. So.
You know why?
It's cursed.
Bad juju.
That's it. Bad juju. He's not wrong.
True Dat said, okay, I'm totally gonna blame 2020 on this chick, Nicole.
Nicole, if you're watching this, it's all your fault.
Sorry.
You guys hear that? It's Nicole's fault.
God damn it, Nicole.
Why do I exist? Said, don't steal history. Simple. History hates being stolen. It likes staying where it is. Yeah, I learned that from Indiana Jones. You just don't pick things up because then the big boulder's gonna come right down.
Again, bad juju.
That's it, guys.
Bad juju.
Nobody wants these bad vibes. Get out of here, bad vibes. All right, guys, that's all for this one. I've been one of your hosts, Jared Bronstein.
And I'm Bree Room.
And we'll see you guys soon. You just dab it out?
Yep.
Hey.
Always start off with a dab for the bloopers. Back in 2004, Paris released a book called Confessions of an Heiress, a tongue-in-cheek pick. A tongue-in-cheek peek. A tongue-in. Why did you have to do that, Paris? Why do you have to make things complicated? She won the award for Best Scream at the Teen Choice Awards and Best Frightened Performance.
Referring to the deal, he said, it's been so talked about. Referring to the deal, he said, it's been so talked about. What? It's been so talked about shows.